Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have what is perhaps my last Great League video currently, obviously until Great League returns because the Ultra League is beginning soon. But we're taking a look at my team, and this is the team I used since the beginning of the season. I tried out different teams here and there, but for the most part, this is the team I was using. It consists of Tropius with Air Slash, Leaf Blade, and Aerial Ace as the lead, Galarian Stunfisk with Mud Shot, Rock Slide, and Earthquake, and then Defense Deoxys with Counter, Rock Slide, and Thunderbolt. So it has the safe switch in terms of Deoxys. If you lose the lead, you can switch into that. Now, the biggest threats to this team, from what I've noticed, is definitely Alolan Marowak, because Alolan Marowak does well against Tropius and Deoxys, as well as even Galarian Stunfisk, because Fire Spin is going to be super effective. I do end up beating Alolan Marowaks, but they could definitely be difficult depending on how the opponent plays. And I would say Drifblim is definitely difficult as a lead. If it's in the back, it could be handled because Galarian Stunfisk. But those are pretty much the biggest threats. If you lose the lead to, let's say, Skarmory, you could switch out into Deoxys and you have two answers to the Flyer type, whether it be Skarmory or Altaria. What you have to hope for is if they switch out without throwing a charge attack like a sky attack, because you don't want to take that damage, because you really do want to win the switch in the back. That is important. So if you can win the switch, if they lead the Flyer, that's huge, because then you could line up your Galarian Stunfisk with, let's say, the Skarmory or the Altaria. But it all depends. But yeah, for the most part, this is a pretty good team. I really enjoy it, and we gained over, I would say about 130 points, close to 150 points. We're currently ace rank, and yeah, so ending up in the 2300s, 2340 something, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I know I've been showcasing this team on my streams as well a lot, so I don't know what I'm running for Ultra League yet, but we're taking a look at one of the games. I had a hugely successful night. I did multiple 4-1s, I had 3-2s, so we're taking a look at, okay, Tropius versus Mew. Now, Mew could be scary because it could have Flame Charge, it could have Wild Charge. Usually it's either Wild Charge or Surf, or Flame Charge and Wild Charge. It all depends. It could be something else, though. I mean, you really don't know. You could see Dragon Claw for all you know. So we're going to go ahead and take this hit because I knew I could survive even a Flame Charge. And it's going to be a Wild Charge, so we could definitely survive that. And we do get off the Leaf Blade, which is actually huge because they were debuffed. So we're going to go ahead and go for that. And we're going to pick up the second shield. So we actually take both shields. So I didn't think it was worth committing my other shield. I decided to take the 2-shield advantage. And they're significantly debuffed. I knew the switch was coming, so I bring in my Deoxys, and they immediately switch into a Azumarill. So that must have been their safe switch, and that's actually really fine for us. I knew this wasn't a Hydro Pump because it was too fast, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. Just going to be a play rough. So we're going to go ahead and charge up extra energy, throwing the Thunderbolt. We do need 2 Thunderbolts. I do believe I shield up the next attack and farm up extra energy. Let's see. Yeah, because they do get it before I get to a Thunderbolt, so I am going to go ahead and shield this one, and then I know I could farm up quite a bit of extra energy, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And I do throw the Thunderbolt. I could have thrown the Rock Slide, but I feel like Rock Slide wouldn't have KO'd, and the counters afterwards may not have. I could be wrong. But either way, Mew comes in, and we do get to the Rock Slide, which is going to be huge. So I was hoping this would KO the Mew. It's not going to be able to KO the Mew, and they do farm me down. So I bring in Galarian Stunfisk, they switch into Melmetal. So yes, this is good, but at the same time, we know it has superpower. So I'm going to go ahead and shield that superpower, and we do have the Earthquake. Unfortunately, I clicked on it, so I don't have time to farm up a little bit of extra energy. But again, we definitely could take the Wild Charge. We could also take a Surf, which I knew. And they do get off a charge attack. It is going to be a Surf. Now, we could actually take 2 Surfs after seeing the damage. It would have been close, but we could have taken 2 Surfs. I thought we could only take 1. But either way, we're just going to go ahead and go for the Rock Slide and finish off the Mew and take that game. So definitely good for us. We did lose the lead, but we were up 2 shields. So even if you lose the lead, 2 shield advantage is actually really huge. So okay, we're going to go ahead and we win that one. So we're going to jump into the next game and see how the next game goes. So it's going to be my Tropius again versus their Whimsicott. So this is favorable, even if it has Charm, which it does. but they're going to bring in the zoom out. So I'm going to go ahead and charge up energy, go for the leaf blade, and my thought process was, okay, I'm going to switch out so I can save this for Whimsicott, but they do shield. So what I decided to do, switch out, and we do catch the ice beam. So that's definitely good for us. I had thought about maybe throwing another leaf blade at the zoom out, but I didn't want to have to use a shield on the ice beam, so I decided to switch out immediately, and I go for the thunderbolt right now. Now they are down a shield, so I didn't think they would be shielding that. I do decide to go ahead and shield this because switch is very important. And we should be in a position to win it because we do want to line up our Tropius versus the Whimsicott. They do switch into Whimsicott though, so nice switch, but we do charge up enough for 2 rock slides, and I'm going to go ahead and throw one. Now keep in mind we were later on the switch because we threw a leaf blade and charged up extra energy with Tropius, so our switch time is not up yet, so we couldn't answer their Whimsicott, so they do feint it, so that was a really good play on their end. So I do bring in the Tropius to feint it down. I could have, in theory, brought in Galarian Stunfisk and farmed down, but they actually bring in their zoom out. So we're going to go ahead and go for the charge attack. I do decide to shield this because I thought, well, if they're going to go ahead and shield that, they must have something weak to Tropius in the back. So I go ahead and immediately throw the leaf blade so we could keep the Tropius. And we're going to go ahead and get off that leaf blade and see what's in the back. Going to be a Scrafty, so I'm actually really happy I shielded that ice beam because Galarian Stunfisk is not going to really want to introduce itself to Scrafty, not at full health. So they do go for a foul play, but again, we know we could survive it. And we're going to go ahead and go for the Aerial Ace. Now, even if they were able to knock us out, this doesn't KO, but even if they're able to knock us out, right, we still are going to be able to get to a Rock Slide or possibly farm down with Galarian Stunfisk against the Scrafty because the Power Punch and the counters will not feint us before we can get to the Rock Slide. So we are lucky that we did save that Tropius. So Tropius definitely carrying us. In fact, Tropius was actually strong against their whole team, so that was pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the next one. Now, as I said, Drifblim is very difficult. I've beaten Drifblim leads once, and it was today. I don't have that recorded, unfortunately, so as you could predict, we're not going to do well. Basically, what we did the time we won is we caught the Icy Wind, which is what we did here, which is good. But the problem is they switch out into a Zumel, and not only do we lose this matchup, but we're also debuffed, so we can't even threaten a shield at this point because 2 Earthquakes not going to be enough, as you could see. So they're definitely not going to shield. We're going to go for another one. They are going to hit the charge attack before we get to another one. It is Ice Beam. Okay, so we're going to be able to take that, and we're going to be able to get to another Earthquake. But again, this is not going to threaten the shield because it's not going to KO because we are debuffed. So even though we caught the Icy Wind, we're not going to be able to take the shield. Now again, we're in a bad situation. Drifblim, as I said, definitely difficult for this team. We're going to bring in my Deoxys and farm down, but they do switch into Drifblim. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Rock Slide, I was hoping they would let this go through. Let's see if they decide to. They don't, of course, because they know I have the Tropius in the back. They're going to get off the charge attack. I was calling the Icy Wind. I was calling the bait, and we actually do get it correct. So we've been playing to the best that we can, I feel like, but they do get off another Icy Wind, so I am going to go ahead and shield this. And we do go for the Rock Slide. I don't think they shield it. Maybe they do. Let's see. They do not shield that one. Okay. And we bring in Tropius, and I was clicking on the Leaf Blade, but I guess I overtapped. I don't know. They get off their attack first, so I am going to go ahead and shield that. We do get off the Leaf Blade. Obviously, Leaf Blade is going to be heavily resisted, but I thought maybe we'd take a shield. But I was hoping I would be able to farm down. Yep, we're able to farm down. But they still have a shield. But they actually have Melmetal. And at that point, I realized there was nothing I could do. I mean, there was really nothing I could have done there. You know, I think I played okay. I played as well as I could have, you know, in that game. It's just like basically a hard loss if you run into a Drifblim lead. As I said, I beat Drifblim lead, I think, once out of all the times I played. Once that I remember. And it was today during these sets. But, okay, we're going up against the Universe Stunfisk, which is fantastic. So this charge going to hit us. We know we could win this, though. We could take this charge. We're going to go ahead and go for Leaf Blade. I didn't think he would shield. He does. But I didn't think he would because Tropius is actually going to be able to win anyway. Even if they one shield. We generally don't have to shield, I don't think, so we're going to be able to take that discharge. But they do switch into Dragonite, Shadow Dragonite. I actually thought it was going to be an Altaria because I saw the typing, but either way, this is actually better for us because this Rock Slide one-shots a Shadow Dragonite, but it doesn't one-shot Altaria. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Rock Slide, and this Rock Slide will KO. So, yep, going to go down, and then he brings in Meganium. Okay, we have Tropius and Deoxys for that. He is going to go and get off a Charge Attack. I feel like I made a mistake. I feel like I should have clicked on the Rock Slide immediately, but that Frenzy Plant doesn't KO us, so we get it off anyway. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. And can we get to another one? We're barely able to get to another one before the Vine Whips get us, so that's pretty good for us. So Rock Slide doing a lot of damage, and we do go down. Tropius is weak. So, yep, he brings in his regular Stunfisk. I'm going to immediately go for the Leaf Blade because we do have it. That's going to do a good amount of damage, and I knew this game was basically over. He is going to go ahead and go for a Charge Attack. I decided to shield it because I knew I could get to a Leaf Blade, and we're going to be able to get to that Leaf Blade. And this Leaf Blade will be enough to KO the Stunfisk, unless if the shield comes out. The shield does come out. And is he going to go ahead and go for the Charge Attack? He is. I am going to commit my last shield. Meganium, even if it gets to a Frenzy Plant, doesn't KO my Deoxys at full health. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Leaf Blade against the Stunfisk. That is going to be enough to KO. And then we actually don't even switch out. We just continue to fight with Tropius. He does throw a Charge Attack. That is going to knock out my Tropius. That's totally fine, but we know we could farm down with Deoxys, and he is going to leave that game. So that was a really good game. And let's see where that puts us on the board. Again, we are Ace rank, trying to fight for Veteran, I believe it is, at 2500. So we do go 4-1. One game was pretty much avoidable. Picking up an Incada, which is a pretty cool encounter. It could be shiny. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Hope you all enjoyed, and hope you all have a good day. And hope you all are looking forward to the Ultra League. Have a good day, guys. Bye.